Hello student, business services we have started with banking and then we saw insurance. Now next topic is transport. What is transport? Transport means movement of humans, animals or goods from one place to another place. In India, transport play very important role. In fact, it play important role in the development of any economy because transport enables trade between people, which is essential for the development of human beings. After 1991, development of infrastructure within the country has progressed at a rapid pace. Development of infrastructure means here roads, railways, airways, waterways, canals, pipelines, etc. Now, modes of transport. What are the modes of transport? There are rail transport, road transport, air transport, water transport, monorail and metro, ropeways, pipeline. We are going to see each of these. First is road transport. Road transport means transportation of goods and personnel from one place to another on roads. It provides all over connectivity in any terrain, means land, as compared to any other modes of transport. So, road transport includes bullock cart, cycle, rickshaw, buses, cars, etc. Bus rapid transit, that is called as BRT system, have been introduced in many states to improve the public transport system in India. What is BRT means? Bus based public transport system designed to improve the capacity and reliability relative to conventional bus system. A good bus rapid transit system require dedicated bus only lanes. India's first high quality bus rapid system was actually started in 2009 in Ahmedabad. India has a network of village roads, district roads, state highways and national highways which form the economic backbone of the country. In India, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, that is MORTH, looks after the development of surface transport throughout the country. So you understood what is road transport? Simple language, it means that road the means that connect people and places on the surface of the land. What are the advantages? First is it is a cheap modes of transport. If you compare it with airways or waterways, it is very cheap. Second is perishable goods can be transported at faster speed by road carrier over a short distance. See, basically, this road transport is very suitable for short distance and it's convenient for transporting perishable goods. Like you know that in market, all the vegetables, milks, etc., comes from the main market through road transport only. Third is it is flexible mode of transport as loading and unloading is possible at any destination. So actually, road transport it provide door to door service. That's why it is very flexible. If you talk about train, they have some stops. Bus also have stop. But if you talk about road transport, they can carry you till your home. So loading and unloading of goods are possible at any destination. Fourth is it provide door to door service. It is function as a feeder transport to other modes of transport. So you know that all the villages, all the cities are connected with roads. That's why door to door service is possible. Also, it provides feeder transport means if you want to transport some goods to other state from your warehouse, you can carry goods in road transport till the station, railway station. From there, that means it is a feeder till there, till the station. Your road transport, your vehicle is going to carry your goods till station, and from there it can be carried onwards. Next, fifth is it helps people to travel and carry goods from one place to another place where any other modes of transport is not available. Even in the remote area where there is no air transport or there is no air transport and railways, but roads are there. Disadvantage. First is due to limited carrying capacity, road transport is not economical for long distance transportation. So this type of road transportation is not suitable for long distance traveling because it has limited carrying capacity. Second is transportation of heavy and bulky goods through road transport involve high cost. Third, Road transport is affected by adverse weather conditions such as floods, rain, landslide, etc. Fourth is there is a possibility of road accident which are common. Fifth, it causes pollution due to emission of gases which affect the health of people. Second is rail transport. Transportation of goods and passengers on rail lines through trains is called as rail transport. It occupies an important place in land transport system of our country and is most dependable. We mostly depend on railways if we want to carry goods for a long distance. This mode of transport is very suitable. In India, Ministry of Railways look after the development of rail transport throughout the country. Indian Railway runs various types of trains like passenger train, mails, express and cargo or goods trains. Some popular trains are Rajdhani Express, Duronto Express, Shatabdi Express, Intercity Express, Vande Bharat Express and holiday special trains etc. Indian Railway also runs some luxury trains such as Palace of Wheels, Deccan Odyssey, Ramayana Express, Maharaja Express to promote domestic tourism. What are the advantages? Advantages first is it is convenient mode of transport for traveling long distance. Definitely if you are traveling from one state to another state, you will prefer rail only. You will not go by car. You will prefer train. So it is convenient for long distance. Second is it is suitable mode of transport for carrying heavy and bulky goods in large quantity over a long distance. If you compare it with railway, then railways are more suitable for carrying heavy and bulky goods, especially over a long distance. Third is it is a faster mode of transport if you compare it with road transport. Fourth, its operation is less affected by adverse weather condition. Now if you compare it with road transport, it is less affected by adverse weather conditions. Fifth is it ensures safety and security of goods. What are the disadvantages? It is relatively costly for carrying goods and passenger over a long distance. Second is it is not available in remote parts of the country. Third is it involves heavy losses of life as well as goods in case of accidents. Fourth, time flexibility is not there as trains are running as per their fixed time. If I want to go somewhere now, I can go and hire auto or taxi now. But if you talk about train, they have fixed timing, especially for a long distance. Fifth is it does not provide door to door service. Definitely, if I want to travel by train, first I have to pick up auto, I have to go to station, then only from there only I can get train. Does not provide door to door service. Train will not come near my home to pick me up. Air transport. Air transport carries the goods and passengers through airways by using different aircrafts like passenger aircraft, cargo aircraft, helicopters, even hot air balloons, gliders, hang glider, parachuting. These are also included in air transport. Now, this is the fastest mode of transport, but again, it does not provide door to door service. And in hilly or mountainous areas where other modes of transport is not accessible, air transport is important and convenient mode. Air transport is also suitable mode in case of emergency like war, medical natural calamities, rescue operations, etc. You may have seen in case of storms, etc., helicopters are sent to save people. Air transport is classified into domestic transport and international transport. Air transport is carried out in the fixed air routes. They have routes. We cannot see that. I mean, if I'm going to look at the sky, there I cannot see any route, any roads, etc. But they have some fixed routes which pilot follows. Various national and international public sector and private sector airways companies are giving services on domestic and international routes. Like for example, domestic is Air India, this is public sector. SpiceJet is private sector. International, if I talk about international airlines, then international airlines includes many examples like Emirates, British Airways, Air France Airlines, etc. Advantages are: first is it is fastest means of transport among all the means of transport. If you compare it with road, railway, waterway, it is fastest transport. Road needs to be constructed. For railways also, railway line is to be constructed, but for airways there is no need for constructing any routes. Fourth is it is less polluting as compared to road transport. Fifth is it is useful in such areas where other means of transports are not accessible, like for example hilly areas where it is not possible to reach by roads, but through helicopters etc we can reach such areas. Disadvantages: first is it is relatively expensive mode of transport. Definitely, if you know the prices of airlines, if you compare it with road transport, is it is costly. If you compare it with railway tickets, it is costly. Second is it is affected by adverse weather conditions. In harsh weather, airlines are closed. Even during stormy weathers, it's very difficult for the pilot to land on the airport. Third is it is not suitable for short distance. Definitely you will not buy plane ticket for traveling short distance. You will prefer road transport. Fourth is it requires huge investment cost such as construction of airports, runways, air traffic control, tower, etc. Fifth is air transport is subject to international restrictions as airplanes of some nations are not allowed to fly over other countries. For example, nowadays Qatar Airlines are not allowed to fly over Saudi Arabia and Abu Dhabi. Fourth is water transport. It refers to movement of goods and passengers on waterways by using various means like boats, steamers, launches, ships, etc. With the help of these means of goods and passengers are carried to different places, both within as well as outside the country. When the goods and passengers move inside the country, it is known as inland water transport. And when the different means of transport are used to carry goods and passenger on the ocean or sea route, then it is known as ocean or sea transport. Now in India, Ministry of Shipping looks after the development of ocean transport throughout the country. India has extensive network of inland waterways in the form of rivers, canals, backwaters and creeks. Advantage: first is it is relatively economical mode of transport for bulky and heavy goods. Relatively economical if you compare it with air transport. Second is it is safe mode of transport with respect to occurrence of accidents. Not like roads, many vehicles are running. There is no traffic on waterways. So it is comparatively their occurrence of accident is less. Third is it helps to promote international trade, especially for international trade. If it is not perishable goods, then the country prefer water transport because it is relatively cheap. Then fourth is there is no cost for constructing and maintaining for of routes as most of them are naturally made. We don't have to make any routes, we don't have to construct any road etc. Just ports are constructed. So its cost is less. Fifth is it offers more flexibility as compared to rail transport. See, trains are not connected internationally. If we want to go for international trade, then this water transport is preferred. Disadvantages: first is it does not provide door to door service. Second is it gets heavily affected by adverse weather conditions like stormy weathers, then it is affected. Whole ship can sink into sea if there is storm or bad weather, and immediately help cannot be provided because the ship can be in the middle of the sea, so it's very difficult to help in such case. Third is it is comparatively slow moving transport, so you know this that as compared to railway and airways it is slow. Fourth is more investment cost is involved in terms of port, ships and maintenance. So investment is high. We need to construct port plus ship. Cost of constructing ship is very high plus maintenance is very high because one error can lead to big accidents. negligence of duty can lead to a big disaster. Fifth is it is subject to perils of sea. Perils of sea means extraordinary forces of nature that marine venture might encounter in the course of voyage. For example, sinking of ship, collision, heavy wave action, and high winds. Next is monorail and metro. These are the type of rapid transit system found in urban areas. These type of transports are energy efficient and less polluting too. A monorail is a railway in which track consists of a single rail or a beam. The term is also used to describe the beam of the system or trains traveling on such beam or track, as you can see in the video. Now in Mumbai, this project, monorail project, was implemented by MADA, that is Mumbai Metropolitan Region Development Authority. It is the first monorail in India since the Kundala Valley Railway and Patiala State Trainways were closed in 1920. As of 2019, the Mumbai monorail is the seventh largest monorail system in the world. So in Mumbai, this train monorail runs between Chembur to Jacob Circle. From the passenger's perspective, monorail can have some advantages over other modes, such as it is less intersection turns, no traffic jams, absence of problems of collision. Mumbai Metro Rail project consists of total 14 metro lines connect the entire Mumbai city through the metro rail network to help in reducing human traffic. Warsaw and Ghatkopar, this metro project is completed and others are work is going on. It will be completed in some years. Sixth is ropeway. Ropeway refers to mode of transport which connect two places on the hills or across a valley or river. In ropeway transport, trolleys move on wheels connected to a rope and are used for carrying passenger or goods. Examples are Raigad ropeway at Raigad Fort, ropeway at Sonmarg in Srinagar, etc. Seventh is pipeline transport. Pipeline transport send goods through a pipe, most commonly liquid and gases. Short distance system exist for sewage, slurry or water, while long distance network are used for petroleum and natural gas.